Hello everyone, Spitter back in with another Marvel content champion, and today I just want to give my thoughts on the Valiant Gauntlet that released this month. And yeah, before all that, if you look at my webcam, sorry if it looks a bit wobbly or like at, I think they call them Dutch angles in movies where it's like at an angle. The first Thor movie had a lot of them, and yeah, it's just because my stand that I had like broke, or it just keeps falling over. It broke. And so I just gotta stand my webcam on top of my my monitor, and it's just really weird. I can't get it to like stay without like being on an angle to, I guess, catch itself or support itself. But yeah, I will try to get that fixed. Cause I think it does look a bit weird, but bear with me for this one video, hopefully. But yeah, I just want to talk about the Valiant Gauntlet real quick because it is one. It is a new piece of content that it's going to be, they're going to continue to do it in the future, and it has some I really like it, but it does have a little bit of problems. And as you can see, I did fully explore, so I can say with my full chest that like, hey, I have my full finished complete thoughts on it. And yeah, I just want to talk about this because I know like a lot of people are like, yeah, this is great, but it could be better. I feel like that's the general consensus of the community. And yeah, before that though, yeah, one change I really love is the Paragon Gauntlet. You no longer have to fully explore all of Thronebreaker difficulty. And yeah, I just really like that because like, look at these rewards. Like, they really want me fully exploring this, which takes like weeks to do, and a lot of energy, a lot of time, just for like 13,000 6-star shards and a couple other stuff, which is like, yeah, it's nice, but it's like such a small amount for the effort. And then, I mean, compared to the Paragon Gauntlet rewards, like, they're nice, but still feels like a bit of a grind for like a fifth of a 7-star crystal. And yeah, it's just not to me, it's not that worth it. But now that I don't have to fully explore off Thronebreaker difficulty, I'm definitely going to be doing the Paragon Gauntlet every single month. Alongside that is the new Valiant Gauntlet. And just looking at these rewards, you don't have to fully explore anything to do this. As long as you're Valiant, you can do this. And yeah, these rewards are looking really nice. So off the bat, you got a full guaranteed 7 or 6-star, and this time it's Hood, who's a really good champion if you don't have him. You got half a 7-star, you got a bunch of tier 7 basics, you got some tier 4 alpha, you get a ton of tier 6 basics, you got 150 units, which is nice. And yeah, you will get a couple, like, I think it's about, you get 1,000 7-star awakening gem shards and the refined XP. And then you get just a bunch of other stuff from just doing the individual quests, like you got Titan shards here, and then you got some of these exclusive Phoenix feather thingies. And yeah, you just get a bunch of other stuff, and when I say you get a ton of ISO, you get a ton of ISO. Because yeah, you got these 24 bricks here that you just keep getting. But you also have these tier 6 class ISO selectors. And yeah, they're just 2 batches of 10 that you can select. So you are getting 120 bricks of selectable class ISO. That by far is one of, honestly, bro, that's one of my favorite rewards in all of this, because like I really like ranking up champions, and the only thing stopping me is usually ISO. I don't really struggle with gold that much, and I imagine no one's gonna struggle with gold anymore because you have all this ISO. If you don't use it, you can just sell it, make a ton of gold. So yeah, the rewards looking really nice. I love the rewards here. They did such a good job with the rewards, and yeah, you bet I'm gonna be doing this every single month, and I recommend you guys doing it every single month if you can. Now going into the actual quests themselves. So we got 6 quests here, similarly to the monthly event quests. You got 2 per chapter, and they kind of just put, let's say, you know how like this quest right here, this Red Guardian one, if you're to do the Thronebreaker difficulty, you got like 3 paths, and then as you get farther down the event quest, it's more and more energy and it's more paths. And but with this one, if we just take a look at it right here, let's just go back to the Red Guardian one, and yeah, you go preview, and it's actually just 1 path. However, there's 15 fights on this 1 path, excuse me, and you are restricted per quest based on like a set class of characters. So there's 6 classes. This one is the Mystic class, so you're going to be using your Mystic champions through it. However, you can use any champion that you haven't used on the boss, which is really nice. I'm glad that that's a big thumbs up. Because, there was the Ghost one where you have to use skill champions and she had buffed up. And, yeah, if you had to use skill champions, that would not be fun. So I'm glad you can at least use any champions you haven't used for the boss. Yeah, it's kind of like if you've done the Crucible, it's pretty much exactly like the Crucible. You can use like 15 characters, and you have to keep swapping them after every fight, which I actually like. I've been waiting for them to bring like a Crucible system back to the game, and I think this is a very, very fun way to do it. It's it's gonna be monthly, so it's definitely fun. It does require a bigger roster, but honestly, these fights aren't that hard, and as long as you just save like specific counters for specific fights, like with this one, Arceus is a Mystics, so you're probably gonna want to save like Absorb Man or Doctor Doom for him, and just there's not too many hard fights. Just there are some fights to look out for. Now going on to my negatives that I don't like with this whole Valiant Gauntlet thing is that, so in the Crucible, after each fight, when you swap a champion, they go back to full HP. In this one, they don't. So you only have one champion to bring into each of these quests, and then when swapping them out, their health percentage stays the exact same. So in a way, you essentially have to do 15 or 16 fights. I can't remember if it's 15 or 16. You have to do 15 or 16 fights with basically one champion. It's not like you get to keep doing fights and you get back to full health. You have one health bar to do 15, 16 fights, which I don't like that. Because if it's going to be one shared health bar between the whole quest, I think it should be shorter then. That just doesn't make sense to me, and it was really what made the Crucible really fun is that, like, it was mostly about, like, trying to get, like, keep soloing fights or something like that, or if you just barely get down a boss, you still got him down, and you could do the next one with a champion at full HP. That was really fun aspect of the Crucible, and it's just not here, which I wish it was. Essentially what I had to do to save myself a lot of units and potions and revives was you really want to look out for champions that have regeneration, and you want to save them for when you need to be topped up. And there are some classes where there's not a lot of champions who have regen in that class. There's a ton of champions with regen in the mutant class. There's a bunch in the tech class. There's some in Mystic. In something like skill, I didn't find a whole lot I didn't have a good time finding champions that have regen, especially ones that have ranked up. And in this Mystic Gauntlet, I had to use my rank 1 6-star regular Ghost Rider, just because he has such good regeneration. And it was a pretty long fight, but I did what I had to do to stay topped up. And I feel like I shouldn't have to use my rank 1 champions as 6 stars just to get some regeneration. I think like what I would do, so it's not completely busted, because like these aren't like bosses like in the Crucible, so that may be why they didn't do the heal back system like they did there. Maybe like every 5 fights there's like a health station that either brings you back to full HP or gives you at least back to 50% HP. I think that'd be totally fine and it'd be reasonable. Or just maybe like every fight, like every time you switch, you at least go back up to 30% or like 30 to 50% maybe. Just so it's not like, you're back at full HP, because like, again, these aren't bosses. They're not totally difficult fights, but it's definitely just like a marathon, and you will be continuing to get whittled down, whether it be chip damage. If you mess up one time, it could really set you back, and it does not make for a good time, in my opinion, just having one consistent shared health bar throughout like 15 fights where you're constantly having to switch out your champions, that's an aspect I don't like it. So if I had to do something, I just add like a health station every like 5 fights. I think that's more reasonable. That's about the length of an average quest, like 6 fights. Here it to be 5 fights, but you're having to switch out champions. So I think it evens out there. But aside from that, I think this is a very fine quest. Like I said, I will be doing this every single month, even if it doesn't change. I still hope it does change because, like I said, it is a great game mode. It just has it is a great quest, but it just has some problems. And yeah, just if it could save me units, that would be very nice because I like to spend my units on other stuff. Like I really want to finish out the Necropolis at least this summer. And so I'm going to be trying doing at least like maybe 1 path a month, trying to like, I'm going to start hitting the arena again, try to get like a couple thousand units, and then I'll jump back in there. But yeah, hopefully, let me know your thoughts about this. If you've done the Valiant Gauntlet, let me know your thoughts on it below. If you have any solutions or gripes with it, let me know. I'd like to see them all in the comments below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and goodbye.